The mode dial on the top of the camera, obviously going to be one of the most important controls on the camera. This is controlling the exposure, the shutter speeds, the apertures, as well as a number of other features. So let's take a closer look at how the mode dial works. To start with, let's go to the most simple mode. It's the auto mode, the intelligent auto mode. And what's going on here is the camera is setting shutter speeds, apertures, ISOs, and it's looking at what you're taking a picture of, and it is trying to figure out what's going on and trying to make a judgment call on what you need to have happen in the camera to get the best picture. The problem with this is the camera doesn't really know what you're pointed at. And so you may know that you're pointed at basketball players, but it may not understand that these people sitting on the bench are actually going to get up and start moving here in a moment. And so it's a very, very simple mode, and I think anyone who takes this class and you watch it all the way to the end and you pay attention, you're probably not going to want to use this mode because it limits what you can do with the camera. When you go into the menu system, there's going to be a bunch of items that are grayed out that you can't get to. And you're like, well, this button normally is supposed to change the ISO and now it won't work. Well, you're not allowed to use it. There's a lot of what I call child safety locks in this mode. If you're going to hand this camera to your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your friend who doesn't know how to work your camera, this is a great mode to put it in because they're not going to be able to get in and change your settings, and it's good for just really simple, basic picture taking. Now, it does give you a few options in here. If you do hit this OK button, it's going to bring up a live guide where you can go in and change a bunch of small little settings on the camera. It's too limited, in my opinion, for a lot of great photography, but you can still get in and you can blur the backgrounds. You can change kind of the way it captures motion, which is really shutter speeds. And so most of the time I would just recommend just go full manual. Get in there and get your hands dirty with shutter speeds and apertures and ISOs. This is a way to kind of lightly play with it. Now you can also do this with the touch screen as well. There's going to be a little arrow off to the side that you can touch, and it's going to open up what kind of seems like a drawer off to the side. And you can do this as well with the tabs on the back of the camera.